Hey guys, so today I am doing another book tag for you. It is the Name Game book tag. It was created by the lovely Kimberley over at Kimberley's Book Nook, and there's only a couple of rules and then we can get in on the tag. Say your first name, your full name. Pick one book that represents each letter of your name, either a brief synopsis of the book or why you chose the book, and you have to have either owned the book or you have to have read that book. So, here we go. I am Rebecca, if you didn't already know that, and it's spelled R-E-B-E-C-C-A, which is 7 letters, which means you get to see 7 books off of my shelf. So, of course, the first one was a very easy one to pick. Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm by Kate Douglas Wiggins. This is actually the anniversary 100th edition, and my papa got this for me one year for my birthday, and ever since I've read it, I just felt a big connection to the story. I just really like it. The next one is E. It's the first E, and I chose Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. Now, I read this after I'd seen the movie. I did not know that the book even existed. My older sister got it for me. This was my first retelling that I ever read, and I must say it was a great start for me. I think anybody who has ever heard the Cinderella story definitely needs to read this version of it because it's absolutely lovely. It's been written so well, and our main character is a very strong character. I think any girl would be lucky to read this story. So there's E. The next one is B, and of course I chose Beastly by Alex Flynn, and I just really liked that the story, it wasn't rushed, it didn't feel forced, it takes place over 4 years, and again, it's a retelling of a fairy tale, so I really enjoyed this one. The next one is the only one that I haven't read yet. It is the other E, which is Eagle Strike by Anthony Horowitz, and this is book 4 in the Alex Rider series. When I first read the first novel, I honestly wanted to be Alex Rider. He got to be a spy, and he got to have really cool gadgets, and what's really interesting is the fact that supposedly the series was complete. If you look in the front, it actually said that book 9 was the final mission, but Anthony Horowitz has written a book 10. It comes out in October. I'm really excited for it, and it's the conclusion to the entire series, so I would like to finish this really fast, but I really enjoy his writing style, and I just think it's awesome to have a teenage spy to follow. For the first letter C, I chose Circus Shoes by Noel Stratfield, and out of the 3 that I've read, which would be Ballet Shoes, Tennis Shoes, and Circus Shoes, this is my absolute favorite. I just really enjoyed the storyline. It actually ended more on a happier note, and it concluded extremely well. I was very nervous that it was going to be left a little open-ended like the first 2 books in the series, but this one closed very well, and it's probably my favorite out of the entire series at this point. For the other C, I chose the only other C on my shelf, which is Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. This is book 2 in the Hunger Games trilogy, and it's absolutely my favorite of the series. I think that this one had a lot more action in it, and it had a lot more story and depth and development. The first one, it's more getting used to the world, but this one, you go in and it's like you're the main character. You have no breathing space whatsoever, and I really enjoyed the fact that the author did that with that one. And for the last book, A, I chose Anne of Green Gables by Ella Montgomery. You knew there had to be a Canadian author in here somewhere. I think that every young girl should read Anne of Green Gables at some point in her life. I think that it's one story that just sticks with you, and you really do grow up with Anne. I've only read this first one, but my sister has been telling me since I was like 7 that I should read this series, and I just kept picking it up and putting it down, and now that I've read it, I understand why my sister kept pushing me to read it. It's a very good book to grow with, and it's one where you can remember certain things, and you look at the character and see her flaws for what they are, and you see the positive things with her, which just makes you like her character even more. So that is the tag. Those are the books. If you guys are interested, you guys can do this tag as well. You don't necessarily have to be tagged, but I'm going to tag 3 people. I am going to tag BookSanctuary. I'm going to tag ReadingMissFroggy. And I am going to tag Crazy Reader 2001. So there you guys have it. I'm going to go and do some more reading, and until next time, go and pick up a random book and read. Bye guys.